The footballing world needs saving. So what do? As they always do, they call Chelsea. They don't respect us until they need us. We stop the unstoppable. It's in our history, our DNA, our bloodline, and that is why we are never bothered to answer the phone. So let me raise a hand as you raise a glass. Man City, Liverpool, don't worry, we'll do it ourselves. Well. Welcome to your preview. Listen and listen clearly. I have broken into Turkish LDN's household. And you think I'm joking? It is 3:25 a.m. That is the level of smoke I am on. Take me incredibly seriously when I say this. I'm in your home. You're coming to my home? You think you're going to come to my house, Stamford Bridge, and play with my team? I'm in your home. I'm playing with your team. I'm playing with your kits. I'm playing with your badges on the walls and whatnot. Yeah? You want to get violent? We can get violent. This is what it's about. And I have to whisper. I have to keep it down because I'm not trying to wake the beast himself. Chelsea versus Arsenal. This is a massive match. This is an absolute titanic affair, clash. Call it what you want. It means everything because the repercussions are crazy if we lose. It is a decider, as I said it was, for us. And I'm taking it so seriously, as you can see. So don't ask me what lengths I'm willing to go to for wins, especially in big derby games like this. I want to see the same level of audacity that I'm showing being in his house at this time. I want to see that from my team. I want to see that aggression. I want to see that animosity. I want to see that level of hatred that we show against Tottenham time and time again, because I don't see it against Arsenal enough. We have to right the wrongs of the past. One win out of the last 10, it cannot go on any longer, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to break it down, what I think to be the most important things. I watched both teams in midweek. I've been on plenty and a plethora of channels speaking about this game, but now I'm on mine in Turkish's house because he's been breaking into my room, breaking into my basement, breaking into my studio time and time again. So now it's my turn. And we all know where this game will be won and lost. And that for me, and for many of us, I think, is the midfield. Of course, we're going to get into the other parts of the team, but the midfield battle is going to be titanic. And look, I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't even believe that Caicedo versus Rice is really necessarily profile-wise in terms of the pitch and what position they play. And as Rice said himself in the post-match interview, it's not really what we should be looking at. It is Zubimendi versus Caicedo in terms of the role that these two play for their teams. It is Enzo Fernandez versus Declan Rice in terms of the role that these two play for their teams. And who will that third man be? For Arsenal, you expect it to be Eze. He's played in the 10 back-to-back games and he's balling out. He's in his flow state. For Chelsea, it won't be a 10 because Cole Palmer, for me, probably, most likely will be on that bench at best. We'll see what the presser says. I'm here on a Friday morning, AM. So I don't know what Maresca said. But I feel like if you've got a stub toe, it's probably not best to walk your way and waltz your way into a London derby that's going to be heated and that's going to have tackles flying in. And Declan Rice is going to be patrolling. So for me personally, you put Palmer on the bench and you are probably going to see a Reece James or you are going to see a Gusto. I think it's going to be Reece James. However, I want to make this clear. What Arsenal do in regards to replacing Trossard could be critical as to who plays at right back, whether it's Gusto or Reece James. I think, and this is just me, you let me know. I think if it's Madueke that starts on that left-hand side, I want to see Reece James over there. Because Reece James got that strength. Reece James got that power. Reece James got that bully type, boss type play to his game. Whereas Gusto is a little bit more nimble, a little bit more quick across the ground because he hasn't had those injuries that Reece has had.
I wonder who that could be.
This video is sponsored by Temu. Now, if you haven't heard of Temu, these guys are the champions of online bargains. They've got free standard shipping on every order as well as price protection. If something you buy drops in price within 30 days, they'll refund you the difference. And also a 90-day free returns from the date of purchase. So click the link in the description, download the Temu app and use the code DZT6443 to get £100 off your coupon bundle. Also, keep an eye out for lightning deals which offer up to 90% off. But be quick though, you've only got 24 hours to purchase once they're claimed. I ordered the training gear from Temu themselves and I felt the extra ability immediately. I was getting extra traits and characteristics, abilities, capabilities, guys. You understand, the gloves firmly fitting on my fingers. I was sturdy in goal. I felt safe, let alone if the team felt safe. I was getting the new boots involved, laced up, licking that ball cleanly, yeah, like Cristiano Ronaldo. Free kicks, penalties. The training drill, the training session went perfectly. And it's all because Temu sorted me out nicely. On PC, as you can see on screen, it's easy to work your way through the site. As soon as you click the link, bang, you're on the promo page. So click the link in the description, download the Temu app and use the code DZT6443 to get £100 off your coupon bundle. Also, keep an eye out for lightning deals which offer up to 90% off. But be quick though, you've only got 24 hours to purchase once they're claimed. So if it's Martinelli, I want to see Gusto. If it's Madueke, I want to see Reece James. And the funny, beautiful thing we have here is we don't have to worry about second guessing, or we don't need to worry. We're going to play both of them. That's what Heady once said, both. We're going to play both, yeah? So whatever Arteta throws our way in regards to who starts on that left wing, if it doesn't look like it will be Trossard, then you just tell them to switch, tell them to alternate. And I think that's how you get the best out of both players in regards to matchups, man-to-man marking. If it's Gusto that goes into midfield, I don't want to see him deep because he does give the ball away a bit. So you do have to kind of tweak that and put him as more of an advanced 8, and you got to put him into positions where he's more, you know, counter-pressing. James sits a bit deeper. It's a bit of a difference, but hey-ho, you rock with what you got. In terms of the front line, guys, I'm looking at Esteval, man. I'm looking at Esteval versus Saka. 2 left footers on the right wing each. Calafiori and Cucurella tasked with the roles to defend these two beasts. Saka, what will he be? What will he be against Cucurella? I'm very confident in my left back locking him up. He's done it before. And I watched him in midweek. He wasn't at his brilliant best against Bayern Munich. He was about, but he wasn't ripping the place up. He wasn't doing a Mazzolini. He was playing his part. Whereas Esteval, you know, again, I don't think that was Esteval's best game in terms of the complete package, but in terms of the moments, oh boy, did he have moments, and we saw exactly what he did. So what a goal. So that's those two sides. And then on the opposite flanks, I do think Timber's got the better of a Garnacho or a Gittins. However, I would love to see otherwise, because you know how much I've been riding out for Reece James over Timber in regards to combined 11s, or in regards to just respecting Reece James and the quality that he has. Not disrespecting Timber, but in terms of the complete package, in terms of the all-round game. How many times were we told as Chelsea fans that Trent is better than Reece James? Trent's better than Reece James because what he can do on the ball, because he can attack, because he can play crossfield David Beckham passes, free kicks. And now when we bring the same rhetoric to this right back debate and we speak about what Reece James can do, and I know Timber's a very good dribbler and very good on the ball and very strong, but in terms of crossing, in terms of shooting, in terms of set pieces, which Arsenal love, you love a set piece. You love a set piece. So you should love Reece James because he's brilliant at set pieces. So I don't understand why the same logic is not being followed. It's always, we always got to move the goalposts, but hey ho, is what it is. Let's just play this game. Let's just play this match, and then let's see who really stands out on top. But listen, I expect both players to have great games in regards to who they're coming up against. I think they'll do their thing. And obviously the defences are set. The defences are set. Arsenal's defence, I'm sure Nketiah is coming back in. For us, I'm sure it's Fofana and probably Chalobah. Maybe it's Badiashile. Comme si, comme ça. I don't really care. So let's talk about set pieces as well. Arsenal, they're not embarrassed, and nor should they be about how good they are at set pieces. They celebrate the corners when they win them. They take pride in the fact that they're so good at them. we as Chelsea fans should be able to relate to it because we know what a powerhouse we were from set pieces with the Terrys, the Ivanoviches, the Cahills, the Balaks and Drogbas. It's how we used to beat them at times when we used to out muscle them, physically dominate them. So I want us to grow a pair of bollocks and I want us to bring that back this weekend. I want us to be good at set pieces, and we have been this season in terms of goals scored. But defensively, this is where Sanchez makes his money. I need you to collect these crosses like Prime Petr. Don't be moving like Neuer was midweek, coming and flapping. Don't be moving like Neuer, meeting Martinelli at the halfway point. That's not you anymore. You've been good this season, so stick with it. Stick with this new identity of yours. And whoever Maresca picks at centre-back, know that aerially you must be dominant. You must take control of all and every situation. Because I cannot bear losing this game by the odd goal from a set piece when that used to be our bread and butter and we used to dunk on them from those situations and scenarios. It will hurt more than you can believe, guys. So please, I'm begging you, make sure you pay attention. Concentration levels need to be higher than ever before. That is the be all and end all of that point, okay? And Chelsea's Stamford Bridge atmosphere too. Let's talk to you about let's bring that into the play. This needs to be a memorable night. This needs to be one of the greatest at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League in terms of the hostility, in terms of the players' commitment, the counter press, the energy. Cover every blade of grass like your life depended on it, because it does. I'm not here to threaten people, but I am wearing an army uniform and I am ready to go back to war. But the only way I can officially go back to war and send soldiers and start coming up with plans and put plans in place for people to be at different bases. People have been DMing me, messaging me. Yo, Matisse, when are we going back to war? Yo, Matisse, when are we going back to war? The answer is Sunday. That is the plan. That is the plan in place, is we win that game and we go back to war. But these players, they're the ones that have to announce it. They're the ones that have to declare it. I can't declare it. I'm not playing. All I know is I've got soldiers ready to go out. I've got base. I've got base ready. I've got the trenches. We're ready to go to the trenches as a fan base for this, because this means the most. Because we know what it is now, what time it is with the other teams, the Liverpools, the Cities, the inconsistencies. So here we are, ready, locked, loaded. All you got to do is play your part, Chelsea. You got to help us out. You got to give us that little push. You got to declare war, and we will be there till the very end. I don't mind dying, you know. I don't mind dying for this. You think I'm going to war guaranteeing that I'm going to come back alive? Not necessarily. However, the aim is to win, of course, yes. The aim is to win the war. The aim is to win the war, because we don't do second round here. We don't do third. No. If I'm not going all the way, I'm not going. If I'm not going all the way, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah? Because it's a wasted trip. It's a wasted trip. Air pollution. Waste. Yeah? CO2 emissions. Waste. Leaving family behind. Leaving loved ones behind for months on end. To go all the way till May. Into the trenches. Into lands we've never been in since 2017. That's many years ago, yeah? 7 years ago since we've been in these lands. 2026, it'll be 8 years. Last time we was in these lands. Last time we went to war. 8 years ago in this league, in this country. You don't make that type of sacrifice as a fan without good reason. So give us a good reason against Arsenal. Give us a good reason as to why we should leave our families behind and go all the way to the trenches till May. Because we're ready to go. We've signed up. Yeah? I've got plenty of signatures and many more to come. So, listen, we know what happens if we lose this. I'm not personally trying to put that energy out there because I think we're going to win. And my score prediction, by the way, if you haven't already heard it, is 2-1 to Chelsea. But let me just strike fear into your eyes real quick so you understand the repercussions of our actions. If you dare lose this game, if you dare even think about fumbling this bag, you will be 9 points behind before Christmas. Before the dreaded Christmas period. Not because of who we play, but because we play. Because we play. Just because we play It's dreaded because we know what December brings for Chelsea in regards to form and charitable peace offerings and whatnot for others. So, hey ho, you gotta be in striking distance. I've said that sentence a few times, striking distance. And win, and you're in striking distance. And then it's up to you to keep up. This is not a pray. This is not a hope. This is not a cope. Arsenal will be there until the very end. It's guaranteed, guys. It's very clear. I've seen it in ourselves in previous title charges and wins. I've seen it in City. I've seen it in Liverpool. Yes, they're all going about in their different styles and their different methodologies. But in terms of Arsenal, there is no doubt that they are not pretenders in regards to the title race this season. They've got the depth. They've got the strength. They've got the weaponry. They've got the soldiers. And they're out there fighting. And at the moment, they're winning. Quite comfortably, actually. So, make no mistake, if we do go into this war, it will be tough and it will go right down to the wire. It will go down to the end. So if you're not ready to come, if you're not ready to hop on that flight or to board that ship, don't even think about it because it's not for the faint-hearted. We will lose people out there. No word of a lie. We will lose games after this if we win. We will drop points. It will be difficult. But I don't intend on coming home next time if there is what I expect to be a win. I don't intend on coming back. I don't intend in coming back home. I expect to die out there or to unalive others. So make it be clear, guys. Wow. What a game. At last we have a Chelsea Arsenal match that means something. Probably since the first time since, I don't know, Baku, FA Cup final, actually, that we lost, to be fair. Let's be real. Arteta's first trophy. That since then, none of these matches have really ended up meaning anything of note because nothing has, it's not led to anything. Arsenal have slapped us about a couple of times, yes. You know, Tuchel, we beat them a couple of times in the Prem, yes. There's been a few draws. None of it has led to anything. The last time something significant came from this fixture was the FA Cup final. I believe something significant will come from this. Because if we don't stop them, nobody will. I don't trust anybody anymore. That's why I'm wearing this. That's why I'm in this house. That's why I'm invading Turkish's den, his home. Because the time for trusting in others is over. It's now up to us, evidently. So be there with me. Mob, Big Six, watch along. If you're going to the game, make sure you leave your lungs on the pitch or leave your lungs in the stand. I don't want to hear that you have a voice after the game. This is it. Divide and conquer. Speak soon. And wish us all the best of luck. In a bit, people. Peace.